I didn't introduce you yet. So, just quietly. Ladies and gentlemen of the MEFCC, it is my great pleasure to welcome you here for the first Q&A of the 5th MEFCC, and have we got a guest for you. I guarantee you could never guess who it is, but if you've seen the film Gods of Egypt, or my favourite Norwegian film of all time, Headhunters, that's a brilliant film, or a very small television show that you probably would have seen. It's very rare, it's on a little channel somewhere. Has anyone heard of Game of Thrones? Okay. So, would you know who the character Jaime Lannister is? Okay. Well, it's my great pleasure to stand up. It's my great pleasure to welcome to you, for you, here on stage live, it's Nikolaj Coster-Waldau! Now, we need a microphone for you. We need that microphone. And then you can say hello. Don't be shy, they're all right. It's not on. Oh, is it? It's on. Hey guys.
Thank you so much for coming out here. First time in Dubai for me, and it's been such a pleasure. And I'm really excited to talk to you. So I hope you have some amazing questions.
We are very happy to have you here. We are we? Yeah! I've already told the ladies to keep their underwear on. And be careful of that guy over there because he was screaming about it. So I'm going to open the questions if that's okay. Jaime Lannister. You're worried.
Oh no, I was just looking at some of the costumes. They look amazing.
So Jaime Lannister.
Yes.
Probably one of the most recognisable characters on TV now. How did you get that role? How did you fall into Game of Thrones?
Well, this is a few years ago now. I was in Los Angeles and I was actually testing for a movie called John Carter of Mars, and I was very close and I was like, so wanted to get this. And then when I went to this meeting, I got a call that HBO was going to do this pilot for a show based on these novels by George R.R. Martin that I didn't know. I'm sorry I didn't know those novels. And I went to see David Benioff, Dan Weiss, and Caroline Strauss. They told me about this, and it sounded amazing. And at the same time, I thought it sounds something you can do on television, because the scope and the scale of it was as you know, unbelievable. And then I got the part, and I was very, very excited. And then we shot it, and you had that feeling. I knew when I read the first script and I got to the final scene with Bran Stark climbing the wall, and he sees Jaime and Cersei in an intimate moment, and then Jaime pushes him out the window and he says, "The things I do for love." I thought that was just an amazing starting point for characters. They're so dark and twisted. And then the guys told me that if we were lucky enough to get to season 3, there would be this big change, and his hand would come off, and you would find out why he was known as the Kingslayer. And I thought this would be, I was just praying that we would make it to season 3. And we did, thank God. Yeah.
You touched on it there. In the first season, Jaime was not likable at all. There was just something about him. Obviously, he had the relationship with the sister.
Wait. Just find, there must be one moment in your life where you did something that you're not too proud of.
Every Friday night in Veracity.
No, but wait, think of just one thing where you did something that just you regret. There must be something. Let's just say we start the movie about you on that day. It's going to take a while before people find out that, hey, he's actually not a bad guy. And maybe, and I think what I like about Jaime Lannister is that even though his actions are sometimes really not cool, like pushing a kid out a window, when you find out why he does it, it kind of makes sense in a weird way. When he says the things I do for love, that really is why he does it. I mean, the fact was that the kid found out. If the kid told anyone what he'd just seen, it would mean the death of the love of his life, his sister, and the death of the children. So I think for most parents, if the choice is between your kids and someone that you've never met before, it's a tough choice, but I think most people would probably pick their own kids.
Yeah. What I liked about it is, for me, I'm more empathetic with him now. Since he lost his hand, and glad to see him grew back, by the way.
I've never had anyone tell me that.
Since he lost the hand, I think he's become a firm favourite with the fans, and he's had his redemption arc, and he's one of the nice characters now.
Also, there's an honesty about him that I like, and I like that from the season 1 as well. Even when he was captured by the Starks, and he had those scenes, some of my favorite scenes with Catelyn Stark, where he kind of just calls her out on the double standards, talking about Ned Stark, this honorable man, and then he's just saying, well, I mean, for what I know, this honorable man came back to you with a son that you didn't carry. That's not very honorable. I mean, I just think that he's very ruthless, and he's clever and he's honest, and he's very good at using his intelligence to find people's weaknesses. And I think and he does have some wit, which is always fun.
Now, one of the nicest character dynamics I find on Game of Thrones is there's a real romance with him and Peter Dinklage and Tyrion. Yeah. You guys, you look like you are really good friends. You have a lot of fun when you film your scenes with Peter.
Well, Peter Dinklage, and I'm sure you all know the character of Tyrion. And Peter is, first of all, he's incredibly smart, and he's very, very funny. So to work with him is, we do have a lot of fun. A couple of years ago, we were shooting in Croatia, and both me and him and Lena, who plays Cersei, were huge Breaking Bad fans. So we would have this contract that we weren't allowed to watch the shows. We would have to wait 3 weeks, and then we would get together in a hotel in Croatia, and then we would get some food, and then we would watch 3 episodes together. And it was, it's just fantastic. Now, of course, when the final episode showed up, Peter came to set looking really guilty. He did. I have it on video. It's amazing. The face of Lena when she found out, she was devastated. But it was fun. And then we also did this other thing. There was one day, I don't know if you've seen, I think it was on I don't know if you guys have seen this, the behind the scenes, blooper reel. And there was one day we do this big court scene with Peter. It's a very serious scene. And I have to escort him into the courtroom, and we have, 200 extras. And just before we've been joking about, let's do something, let's dance, do something. And then just before they said, actually, the door's about to open, Peter says, okay, let's dance. So we started doing this dance, and we danced, we got the extras clapping, and we thought it was really funny, and we make it to the very end, just in front of the camera, and we go, bam, and it's just quiet. And then you just hear the second AD go, let's reset. It was really embarrassing, but it was fun. And yeah, he's a great guy. That was a very long answer to your question. He's a great guy.
We like detailed questions, detailed answers. Fantastic. So, Game of Thrones. Obviously, we're at the MEFCC here in Dubai, the Middle East Film Comic-Con. Marvel films, DC films, these kind of superhero films are now big business. If you get on a franchise, you can be made for life. if you could be cast as any of the superheroes not currently cast, what one would you like to go?
Now you're assuming that I know all these.
Well, Lannister man,
you gotta help me out here. Just give me something. That's the one. I didn't hear that, but I agree.
Who? Constantine.
Constantine. Nice name.
Constantine, I can see that. I mean, obviously you're from Denmark.
Yes.
So Thor would have been a good one for you.
That would have been a good one, yeah.
But you could have brought some authenticity to it, rather than the Australian guy doing it.
No, but it's funny. I'm sure you guys know that when you see someone make a movie about an American version of your mythology, like gods of Egypt, Thor. Because I grew up with the Nordic mythology. I think it's just amazing stories. Of course, it's nothing like that world, and I think it would be really cool to make a movie version of the original Nordic myths. I would love to be part of that.
Okay, so you're an actor. Who's your favourite director, and what director would you really love to work with?
That's an impossible question. There's so many. I've been very fortunate. I've worked with. I've done. I remember Ridley Scott is a genius, and I've worked with him a couple of times, and I think what he does is unique. There's so many great directors. It's impossible. You look at just the Oscar nominees this year. You got the winner, the Birdman, the movies he made, Birdman. Just amazing. But I also love. I couldn't answer that question. And also the funny thing about these things is that we all know that we talk about all these great directors or actors, and then next year suddenly something new comes along, and you go, "Whoa, that was amazing! I want to work with that new guy."
So, if a Tarantino called, you'd be up for that?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm being an agent here. This goes out all over. Quentin? There we go.
I appreciate that.
I want to cut. Don't worry, I want to cut. Right, we're going to be opening up the floor in one question's time. If you want to ask a question, what I need you to do is put your hand up. And this man here will come and point to you and get you in the queue. And this lady here, apparently. So, get ready to start the queue. So, your first time in Dubai. I know you've not had much time to look around, but what's your first impression of the Middle East and the fans here at the Middle East Comic-Con?
There's so much enthusiasm, and it's amazing to come here and just, I've never been to the Middle East before, and the funny thing, wherever you travel in the world, you always very quickly realize people are people. We're not that different. We might have cultural differences, all those things, but at the end of the day, we all share the same human experience. And here, people love pop culture. All you guys that come here, you're passionate about a television show, a movie, comic books, whatever, and it's just wonderful to feel that enthusiasm. So, and with the first part of the question, Dubai, there's a lot of tall buildings here. And it seems to, if you told me of someone else like 20 years ago, you didn't have any tall buildings. How does that happen? Well, I guess
they build quickly. By the time we've gone out, there's 2 hotels next door. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Right, so now it's time to open the floor to our fans down here. And our first question goes to you, young lady.
Okay, so there are many scenes in Game of Thrones that are really interesting. For you, what was the most interesting scene to film?
Well, I think there's a scene that I knew was coming for a very, very long time because, and that was the scene with Brienne Todd, the bathtub scene when Jaime finally tells the story of how he became the Kingslayer and why he did what he did. And it was it's a very, very important scene in his arc, and it was very, very important for me to get it right. And then the writing was beautiful, and it was a tough day, but that, if I had to pick one stand up, that would be the one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have you finished filming the next season?
Yeah, I'm flying to LA tomorrow, and Sunday we have the premiere of season 6. So yeah, Los Angeles. That's what we should like.
Right, next question.
If you're going to have a TV show of the Ragnarok, like Federer versus Odin, would you like to start a TV show about Ragnarok? Federer versus Odin and the Battle of the Gods. Would you start it?
The TV show of the Ragnarok.
Like
the Nordic myth.
The Nordic myth, where there will be a battle in the apocalypse of the apocalypse. Fenrir will battle Odin and devour him. Would you start this?
Well, it's as always. It depends on the writing. I love the idea, but you have to have someone really, really good. I mean, the funny thing with Game of Thrones is that I don't know how these guys do it to adapt those novels and to. I mean, it's just a miracle. But yeah, as I said before, I think the Nordic myths are. They're brilliant, and I would love to be part of that.
Thank you very much. Let's have our next question.
Wow. Okay, you have to explain. What is the costume?
This is Lux from a game called League of Legends.
What?
This is Lux from a game called League of Legends.
Oh, cool.
Good job.
If you remember the lyrics, can you sing Closer to Home twice? If you remember the lyrics, can you sing Closer to Home?
Closer to Home, for those who don't know, there was this charity thing, and Coldplay did a musical version of Game of Thrones, and I sang a song to Cersei. It was probably one of I don't usually get too nervous, but in the car going out to see Chris Martin in Malibu and having to record in the studio with him present singing his song, I don't sing, as you obviously have seen. And I think the best thing would be to go on YouTube, because I would be so embarrassed of trying to remember the words, but also just the idea of singing. It's the beautiful lyrics, though, Closer to Home. Yeah.
I think lucky for you, it's not in your contract.
No.
Singing today.
But did you enjoy the musical? It's fun, isn't it? Yeah.
Great.
Maybe later I'll sing it in private.
Heisenberg is going to ask a question.
I know you love my shirt.
Heisenberg, see?
Breaking that. My question for you is, where do you think Jaime goes forward in the movie when he comes back to King's Landing?
What do I think? What?
Jaime goes forward to how does this?
What is it? Well, I kind of know because we shot that already. So that would be a spoiler. But I
just give me a hint of.
Well, the hint would be that I think a lot of things happened while he was away. He doesn't know about the High Sparrow. He doesn't know about all that. He has to deal with that. Then he has made a promise to Cersei that he was going to bring their daughter back. He kind of did that.
Yeah, I know.
But she might not like how he brought her back. So he's going to have to deal with
the consequences.
The consequences of that. But yeah, you don't want to know. 2 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, next question.
Hi. My question is, if you could choose a character that you haven't met before in the show to either fight with or have a great scene with, who would you pick?
Oh, we did a press conference earlier, and someone asked me who I was happy to see go on the show. I would like to fight Ramsay Snow. Oh no, Ramsay Snow, yeah. He makes Joffrey look like the good guy, right? He takes that whole thing to a different level.
Joffrey killed prostitutes. Joffrey killed prostitutes. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Joffrey. Did you just say Joffrey killed prostitutes?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything else in that?
That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yeah.
Joffrey killed prostitutes.
Joffrey killed prostitutes. Worse?
Worse than, well, I don't know, maybe it's because the fact that he cut off Ian's. upset me.
And then sent it. And he sent it in a gift box.
But it was kind of, yeah. But you have to give Ramsey Snow, he has a sense of humor. Remember he was just eating a bit of sausage? And he goes, no, it's not that. Anyway, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, thanks. And now, on stage, welcome.
Hi.
Please play.
I know you said that you don't really sing, but would you like to sing along to Reigns of Castamere?
I really want to hear you sing it.
So, private concert.
Please, don't close the doors now because I'm getting scared. And they just close the doors, okay? Brace yourselves.
You, proud Lord, said that I must bow so low. Only a cat of a different coat, it's all the truth I know. The cold of rain, the lion still has claws, and my alone is sharp my Lord, as long as sharp as yours. And so he spoke, and so he spoke, the Lord cast me earth. Now the rays we pour his arms with no one there to hear. Yes, now the rays we pour his arms with not a soul to hear.
Thank you so much.
I think that was an audition to be on the Game of Thrones musical. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Let's have the next question. This one's going to do a tap dance for you.
Okay, that was hard to follow. So my question to you is, if you could have been a different character, guy or girl included in Game of Thrones, which one would you have chosen to be?
Well, first of all, I'm actually really happy with the character I have. You know, he's my favorite character. I love Tyrion. I think, you know, as most people do, he's an amazing character. Who else? I mean, the girls are pretty cool as well. I think Macy.
Hey. I wanted to ask you, with all the hate Jaime gets in the show, how do you feel about it? Like, you taking part?
No, you have to give. I mean, his actions are pretty severe. If I'm a star, I get why they don't like the guy. It's great. I mean, as an actor, it's just great. Any obstacle is something you can use with the character, he's very good at using people's preconceived opinions about him against them to kind of use that as his strength. So for me, it's great. I remember when we did when the first season came out, I was worried a little bit if because of how he is depicted in season 1, I was wondering if people were going to be like, you're a horrible person.
That's what I said.
But I've never had that. I mean, the weirdest thing I had was I was in Belfast and I was in a restaurant and the waiter came up and he said, "You're the guy from Game of Thrones, are you like Jaime Lannister?" I said, "Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I love the show. I was going to say, I fucking hate you. And then he looked at me in a really evil way. And mind you, I was in Belfast, so you kind of got a little worried. But no, I think the writing is so good. The character's a really interesting character. People love that. And then let's face it, we can differentiate between the actor and the character, right?
So, do you get many members of the public that have a problem. I know some friends in soap operas and that, and if their character's bad, they do get shouted at in the street.
No, I've never had that. I've had a lot of free drinks. That's the worst that's happened. No, I haven't. No, nothing bad. No.
Okay, next question.
Thank you.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
So you do watch the show, right?
I do watch the show, yes.
Okay, so as a fan of the show, somebody who watches the show, who is the hottest female character on the show? I don't want to get you into trouble with them.
That's a really good question. I'm so happy that you're asking that question. Especially with a camera on me. I love that. Right, what can I say? The hottest girl. No, I don't, you know, I'm a married man, and I can appreciate beauty, and there's a lot of very attractive women on Game of Thrones, and but I could not pick one, no. But who would your favorite be?
Oh, that's easy, Marjorie.
Marjorie Tyrell.
Natalie Dormer.
I will send her your regards.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
So, did you read the books as well?
I read the first 2 books and then I stopped because I found they got in the way, in a weird way in my head. Because, as you know, if you read the books,
Yes.
so you know, because they have to take so much out of the books, and they have to rearrange it, and you know, I just want to focus on the character in the show.
My question was...
oh, sorry, I stopped you before the question.
No, if you wish you could have done something that they did in the book that they didn't do on the show,
what that would
with
be?
your character, like if you could have chose one thing that they did in the book that they didn't do in the show, what would it be?
I'm very happy with the way they adapted it. I think they made a lot of good choices. I don't have anything that I was like, oh, why didn't we do that? Early on, they chose not to do flashbacks, and I think that was a wise decision. Obviously, it could have been fun to go back and do some of that stuff before we started the show, but no, I think they've done an amazing job. Thanks.
If you want to grab some beer, it's on me.
Okay, we've got these 2 people, and then we've got our quick fire session where we're going to have 10 people come and ask very, very quick questions only. So these 2, and then very quick questions.
I think I'm the only one.
No, there's loads coming.
Alright, hi.
Hi.
I know you don't sing, but I was wondering if you can make an exception for my friend Sarah's birthday. She came here to see it's her birthday, she's right there.
Happy birthday. Where is
Can we
she?
sing all together?
I'm sure we all can sing. Again, singing is a theme today.
Yeah, I think
So you guys will sing and I will mime. So what's her name again?
Sarah.
Where is she? Stand up.
Hey, Sarah.
Okay, there's going to be 400 people on the count of 3. You can be the conductor. Stand up and do this. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Jaime Lannister is singing to you. Thank you. Next up, we're going quick fire questions now. Quick answer, quick question. Let's go. 10 minutes left, guys.
Wrong t-shirt. Hi.
Hi, Jamie. Nikolaj. I'm a big fan of you.
Thank you.
If you could choose who's going to take the throne at the end, who would you choose?
To take the throne?
Yes.
To be honest, I don't think it works too well for them with having a king. I think they should abolish it altogether. Thank you.
Hi, I wanted to ask, according to you, which is the most powerful house in Westeros?
The most powerful house?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be the Lannisters. I think it's the flower people.
What? The other one.
The Tyrells, sorry.
Hi. Since your right hand got severed, do you find it easier to use your left now in daily life since you've been using it for the past season and probably season 6 as well?
I've gotten better. But I'm okay, thank you.
Hi. Since you've had your head cut off, do you have headaches still?
In season 1, between you and Ned Stark, what was the hate and argument between you two? Because it felt on the screen that there was a huge tension between Ned Stark and your character. Can you explain more?
Well, it goes back, if you remember, we have the fight in the street, but it also goes back to episode 3 or 4 where Ned Stark first arrives at King's Landing. I'm in the throne room waiting for him, and we have a confrontation where clearly he was the first person I met after I stabbed the Mad King. And he was the one who jumped to the conclusion that I was this dishonorable, horrible person. He didn't even ask me why, or if there was any reason. I didn't say I am Jaime, but the fact that was the moment when he became the Kingslayer and was this dishonorable man. In fact, he saved the lives of this huge city. So I think there was a lot of animosity. And then, of course, I'm a Lannister. Ned Stark doesn't like Lannisters, and he took my brother. And you don't do that. You don't mess with my family. That's it.
There we go, next question.
Since you and Lena are close as friends, I just want to know if it's awkward to film those intimate scenes together.
It's funny because I read somewhere, I said that, and it is true, it's awkward. And then I read somewhere, I said, online, I said, Nikolaj acknowledges the weirdness of the relationship, which was not at all what I said. What I mean was, and it's true, it's like if you imagine that you have a friend and then suddenly you have to kiss, it's a job where you kind of go, so just to make it easier, we just joke all the time before and after. So we do it and then we go, whoa, that's disgusting. But that's all it is. And she's fantastic, by the way.
Okay, hi. How much of yourself do you bring into Jaime Lannister? How much of yourself do you bring?
How much I bring of myself to Jaime Lannister? Well, we look alike. That's about it. I mean, I think I can sympathize with, I think, as I said very earlier, like how we all share the same being humans, and I understand that whole feeling that you feel whenever he walks into a room, everyone has a preconceived opinion of him. They don't know him, but they just go, oh, but we have the Kingslayer, he's a horrible person. And I can understand why he hates that. I don't like that when people just assume they know me, because it's just always, just take a second to get to know someone before you jump to conclusions, and I get that. But we're very, very different, thank God.
Okay, next up. Hi. Any really painful filming set experiences?
What, sorry?
Any really painful set filming?
I broke a rib in season 3. There's a scene where I'm captured by Locke, or maybe it was season 3, and I fall off a horse, and then he beats me up, and then it's a stunt thing, so he has to I was lying like this, and he's supposed to hit the ground, or kick the ground, and there was a lot of blood, and he just kicked me right on the rib. It was my best acting.
Okay, next up. If I were your sister, no, I'm kidding. That is one deep-voiced sister. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
That's a great it's such a good question. It's not 100 duck-sized horses. I'm going to take the time with this one. I'll take one horse-sized duck.
Thank you very much. Next up.
Hi.
Are you Nick Fury?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Nikita Fury. I was wondering if you'd like to recreate the scene you did with Tyrion dancing down the hallway. You can choose a few costumes and me dance along with you.
But thank you, it's such a great idea.
Yeah, it's a good way to end the panel.
I need...
Or you can do it on the stage.
Well, I really need a costume, and I don't have that, so... No, I'm sorry, but I would love to see you do that. Because you came up with the idea, and I think everybody here would like to see you dance. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. But it's a... Yeah, you try.
This is one of the most famous questions everyone's been asking. Is Jon Snow really alive?
That's a good question. I haven't been asked that before. He was stabbed 50 times in the heart. He's dead. Jon Snow is dead. Well, why do you ask? Listen, I promise you, you'll find out in 2 weeks.
We got Naruto wants to ask.
Oh, here we go.
Hi.
Hey, okay, you have to, because who are you?
I'm Naruto.
Oh. Cool.
Okay. Why did you not wear your armor?
Why I didn't wear my armor? It's really difficult to get through airport security. Especially the sword, but I mean also just, it takes a while. But that's it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you for queuing for an hour to ask that question. Okay, last one. We've got one more. Are we done? We're done.
There's a hand? No? Yes? You just want to wait?
Okay, let's get this last one over here. This is the last one.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So I was wondering is that you have to film a lot of fight scenes. So how is it that you can portray this great fighter? Like, did you have to do a lot of classes to be able to?
Yeah, I mean, the thing, when we do the fights, with the sword fights, we use real metal, which means that you can get hurt. So we do spend a lot of time going over these fights, and we have an amazing stunt team. I think the stunt team had won the Emmy the last 5 years in a row. They're just amazing. But it just takes a lot of work, because you don't, like learning lines, you don't want to think about it when you do it. And what was that? Oh. Is that your stomach? So yes, we do work out a lot for those things. Thank you.
All right. I for one, am really looking forward to your scenes with Jon Snow in the next season. And I'd also like to say, ladies and gentlemen, that most handsome man on TV, give it up!
Thank you all, and thank you for coming. And I promise you, everyone at Game of Thrones have worked really hard to make a great season 6. And I believe, reading the script, shooting it, it is the best season so far. So enjoy it.
Don't forget, we've got signings and pictures with Nikolaj. He's only here today. Only here today. You've got to get in today to do that. Thank you so much. You're an island.